What is going on, everybody? Welcome into week 15 final starts and sits. If you're joining in, we're here to answer your questions, help you get a W. And today is all about the playoffs. We are trying to get that final win. That's what these starts and sits are all about. And I'm going to start with a couple of my favorite players for the day. I'm going to turn up my mic here. There we go. Turn up the mic. And my favorite players of the day are specifically going to be our tight ends. We've got Isaiah Likely, who I absolutely love for today's games. This matchup against the Bengals is going to be incredible. The Bengals are literally the worst team in the entire league against tight ends. That's giving you a huge advantage for Isaiah Likely, that's been putting up 10-plus points the last few weeks and has 2 touchdowns that were actually taken away from him. So if you've got questions, guys, I see a couple people jumping in. Likely over Goddard. Steve, I certainly would go with Likely over Goddard. I don't know if I can put the messages right on the sheet here, but I am going to start with your question, Steve. Likely or Goddard? I definitely think Likely is the play there. His upside is incredible. He's got the best matchup of the week. Goddard is in a windy matchup that may help him a little bit as the shorter yardage target, but against the Bengals, I really like Likely this week. Yep, you got some running back questions? Drop them down in the comments, guys. If you guys are the first people here, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe. Help me grow this live, and as a thank you, I'm answering your questions, guys, that are joining in first. Steve says, what are your running back questions, Steve? Drop them here. We got Sam says, who should I start at QB? I've got Bo Nix and Jacoby, but I can get A-Rod, Darnold, Mariota from free agency. I like Darnold a lot today. They're 14-point favorites. I think he's really safe. Bo Nix has been up and down, and he's got a really tough matchup. Let's see here. And who should I start the flex? C-Rod, Jaylen Warren, or Sutton? I probably would just go Jaylen Warren. I think C-Rod is risky play because he's dealing with injuries. Jay Jetta's over Sutton. You know, honestly, he's been pretty terrible, but Sutton's had some risk as well, so I would go Justin Jefferson, even though I don't love him quite yet. If I do answer your question, guys, please hit that like button at the very least. We've only seen 1 like, and I've answered like 3 questions, so if you guys could, as a thank you, help me out, I help you out. Hit that like button if I do get to your question. Ladd, Jennings, McLaurin, who to bench there? I think I'd probably bench Ladd. He's got a tough matchup. He hasn't been great lately. This Chargers pass attack has not been super strong. Rico or Michael Wilson at the flex standard PPR league. Oh, well, standard and PPR are 2 different things. Standard means no PPR. PPR means 1 point per reception. But I would probably go with Rico Dowdle. I think Michael Wilson, he's got pretty much the toughest matchup of the week against the Texans. Way safer, still good upside. I've got CMC, Harvey, Marks, Hendy, Judkins need to start 3. Obviously, CMC is going in that lineup. Marks is, guys, one of the best starts of the week. Woody Marks, his line is set about 92 yards, so absolutely love Woody Marks this week. So I'm definitely going to go him. And then I'd probably just go with Harvey. Henderson's risky. Judkins a little risky. Do I start Chuba or Breece at RB? I would probably go with man, that's tough. I think I'd go with Breece for safety and Chuba for upside. I do not know how to show these on the screen. I don't think I can, unfortunately. That is the one negative about being right in the YouTube, the StreamYard. We'll do it on StreamYard next time, guys. We'll have a little bit better experience there. I got you on that like, and they are free. Yeah, thank you, Steve. The likes are free, guys. If you are just joining as well, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. We are on the road to 5,000 subs. We're going to hit 100,000. You guys can punch your OG ticket today. Just like the video, I started Bucky this week, unfortunately. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've got Jacobs as my other RB. Would you play Neal over Jacobs as a safe play? I like Jacobs if he's playing. I'm going to play Jacobs. I just think he's got better upside. I like Neal a lot as well, so they are close. But if you're like, hey, man, if I get 10 points, I'm probably going to win, Neal can get you a safe 10 points. So if you're worried about Jacobs at all, Neal's a great option. I do like Neal a lot today. Thank you for liking the video. We got Sutton, Slayton, or Jaden Higgins. I would probably go with Slayton's got a great matchup. I like Jaden Higgins, but I would go Sutton as the top option there. Let me see here. We got some questions here. Pick 3, Michael Wilson, DK, AJ Brown, Debo, Jacoby. Definitely going Jacoby. Love Jacoby this week. Let's see. Who else would I go there? I would go probably AJ Brown as well. And then Michael Wilson, I kind of have him as a bench, but with the safety of your other players, you can go him for upside or just play DK against the Dolphins. Really, really good matchup. Really good matchup. Olave, Pittman, Jaden, Reed, Jordan, Mason, or Judy. Pick 2. I would go with Olave, Pittman, and probably Jordan Mason. The one player I'd probably bench there is going to be Jaden Reed. Tough matchup.
Tyler Warren, Hunter Henry, or Mark Andrews. I probably would go Tyler Warren. He's got the 5th best matchup of the week in terms of fantasy points allowed. I think that he can get the same amount of targets as Mark Andrews. He can get the same amount of targets as Hunter Henry, who's got the toughest matchups of the week. And Tyler Warren's the only person on this list that could see 10 targets. So I go Tyler Warren, even though he's risky. But by the way, guys, we got 21 people in the chat. We've got 9 likes. If you other 11 in the chat could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. This is a newer channel, a smaller channel that does not have the same push as some of these big channels. So if you guys could help me out, hit a like button, let YouTube know you're enjoying it, and we're answering questions, having fun today. Let's do the next question here. Good morning. Good morning to you two, F216. RJ, Devonta, or Rico, full PPR. I think I'd probably go RJ. He's been pretty awesome lately, so I think RJ Harvey's your guy. Standard NC or Chicago defense. What is NC? I am sorry. I'm struggling. Chicago, I do like against the Browns. NC. I'm struggling on who that is, but I do like Chicago. Fannin or Jaylen Warren, man, I really like Fannin today. Njoku is out as well, so I think Fannin could be an amazing start for you. Standard, Rico Henderson or Marks, got to pick 2. I'd go Rico and Marks. I like their touchdown and upside a little bit better, especially with Ramondre Stevenson. They're coming out of the bye. He's looking a little bit healthier. Let's see here. Honestly, you deserve more followers and views. You've got really good takes and put in the work. This is a new page, guys, so I appreciate the support. I definitely do. If you guys want to support by hitting the like and subscribe, I appreciate it. But we're going to keep putting in the work. I just hired an editor last week to help me make my videos higher quality. As the page continues to grow, for the foreseeable future, we're just going to re-put all the money we get from the channel into the editing, making the channel better, improving the entertainment value, and then eventually someday we'll probably be able to make some money off it. But I'm telling you guys, the videos are actually paying for the editor, and as we keep making more, I'm just going to pay the editor more to do more. It's going to be pretty awesome, so really appreciate the support. Gibbs, Brown, Judkins, who to bench? Browns. I'm thinking you're thinking Chase Brown or A.J. Brown. I'd probably bench Judkins. I do like Judkins a lot, but I probably would bench him. One more question. Should the Eagles defense big points, or should I pick up Dallas or Pittsburgh? I would definitely go the Eagles. I personally have the Eagles and Houston. Super pumped about both. The Raiders, man, it's windy. They have Kenny Pickett at quarterback. I'm going to play the Eagles defense today. Isaiah Likely or Luther Burden? I definitely would go with Isaiah Likely. I love his upside today. He's been really consistent. I actually have him in a play that I did on Underdog today as well. I like his receptions line, so I really like that. Let me click in here. Two half PPR, Dowdle or Hubbard? I would go Dowdle. Reed, Watson, Gesicki. I would probably just play both the running backs for the Panthers. It does limit your upside, but it also makes both of them safer, and whoever has the great week, it's going to average you out a little bit better. Reed is risky. Really tough matchup. Now, if you need to chase upside, though, Watson and Dowdle would be my play. Mike sounds crazy. Is it too high? Is it not good? Is it maxing out? Let me turn it down. Is that better? Is that better, Brennan? Let me know if Panthers is NC or Chicago. I'd go Chicago. Is that better? Okay, I turned my mic up too much. I appreciate the feedback, Brennan. Let's see here. I have the Eagles and Texans as well. Yeah, well done. Neil, Chuba, or Rico, half PPR. Man, I really like Neil as your guy that's really going to be consistent for you. Way better. Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you hanging out a little bit higher. I can do a little bit, but not much more. There's just a touch higher there. Could you help me for flex, Neil or Dowdle? I'd probably play Dowdle. If you're, I'd probably play Dowdle. I like both, though. I do like both. Christian Watson or Courtland Sutton? I would go with Courtland Sutton, probably. Watson, he's got the matchup against, Pat Surtain this week. So that's not That's not what I'm looking for. Hit the like button, guys. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button. We're at 24 people, 17 likes. So we're doing actually pretty awesome in that category. Start one flex spot. I wish I could pin the comments into the video. I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Next time, guys, we're going to do this on StreamYard. So it's going to be a little bit better. It's going to be a little bit better on this. So unfortunately, that's the best I can do today is just reading them off here. Try turning it off. The mic is good now. So yeah, people are saying the mic is good now. You might be a little bit behind here. Am I concerned with Michael Pittman with Phillip Rivers at QB? They previously played together. Do you see any upside? I probably wouldn't play Michael Pittman Jr.
Unless you have to. I think he can get you 10, 11 points, but he is a risky player. I think he does have some upside as well, but there's just such a wide range of outcomes. So if you're like, hey, I played like on one of my teams, I played Kyle Pitts. It's like, I don't need to take the risk of Michael Pittman Jr. But if I'm like, I played against Kyle Pitts, Michael Pittman Jr. is someone that could score 24 points this week. He could also score 2 points. So I do like him if if you're okay with the risk. Genty or Hampton. It's tough. I just don't think Genty's going to be great today. Eagles defense is going to just crush them. I just think they're going to crush them. So I do like Hampton. Hampton definitely has a lower ceiling though. So if you need ceiling, Genty's your ceiling guy. I live in Philly and it's cold and windy right now. Yeah, it's going to be cold. I'm in Nashville and it is freezing here today. Now I'm soft. I used to live in upstate New York. I definitely had a little bit tougher skin there, but it is so cold. And I know it's cold in the north today as well. And man, that's going to be tough for Kenny Pickett. That's going to be tough but the Eagles are going to eat him alive, I think. Tight end, PPR, Kelsey or Likely. I love Likely today, but I probably still would go Kelsey. Ceiling on the line for the Chiefs. Kelsey's got to step it up. Mike is perfect. Yeah, okay. I appreciate you guys. Turn off the mic. The feedback is crazy. Some people, I don't know. Some people are saying it's good. I'm going to trust the people that are saying it's good because there's no reason to say it's good if it's not good. Need help, please. Likely, Neal, or Pickens, full PPR. Pick 2. Likely, Neal, or Pickens. I probably play Neal and Pickens. That's probably where I would go. Devonta Smith or Christian Watson. I would probably play Christian Watson for the upside. He's been better lately. Are you okay playing the 49ers defense against the Titans? I do. I've got the 49ers as my number 4 or number 5 defense of the week this week. So I do like them a lot. Start one flex spot. PPR, Aaron Jones, Devin Neal, Isaiah Likely. Please help. I do like Aaron Jones today. I do. I know some people don't like him as much as I do. Devin Neal, Isaiah Likely. I probably would play Devin Neal. Really good upside with the touches he's going to see. Need to stream out Mariota, Lawrence, or Stroud. I would go with Lawrence. The people who are seeing the mic, they're probably behind. Yeah, we're up to date on the mic. Appreciate you guys helping me out with that. If you guys could, by the way, if you just joined in, hit that like button. We've got 24 people in the chat and we've got 20 likes. So we've got a little bit of room to grow there. And if you guys have not hit the subscribe, let me tell you a couple things that I'm going to do this off season if you guys are interested or haven't turned on the notifications. So I'm going to be posting a start sit video the next 2 weeks as well, like I have these last few weeks. And I'm going to do a waiver wire video every week for week 16 and 17. So that's one reason to subscribe. And then this off season, a lot of YouTubers in the fantasy football space take it off. This is my first year doing YouTube, and my goal is to post at least once a week the entire offseason. I'm going to try to do 2 per week the entire offseason, but my goal is at least 1 post per week this entire offseason, and then, of course, ramping it up as we get back to draft season. So if you're like, hey, I want to kind of stay in tune with fantasy football over the course of the year, hit that subscribe button because, again, everybody else is going to stop posting. They're going to take off, and we're going to keep grinding because I need to get better at this YouTube thing, and I need to grow this page and get ready for next season. So it's going to be building my skills, but also keeping you informed on what's going on with the NFL. So that's going to be a lot of fun if you guys are interested. Let's see here. Yeah, appreciate the support, guys. It's been awesome. This is my first year doing YouTube, already almost to 5,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 100K. I mean, we're going to get up there with the big guys because the content has been great with your feedback, making it better each week, and really excited to just dedicate. I already hired an editor. We're going to keep investing into that as well. Really excited about that. Rams, Kyren Williams or Blake Corum. I definitely go Kyren Williams. It's a tough matchup against Detroit. So Corum, the upside he has is just a little bit less. Likely or Brenton Strange, no PPR. I would go Likely for sure and no PPR there. You actually found me from another YouTube channel. Yeah, love that. I appreciate that, man. Where do you rank Chris Olave? He's been pretty solid, has a great outing versus Carolina. Solid wide receiver 3, or would you try to replace him with Judy or Jordan Mason? I would definitely play Olave in that case. I really like Olave this year. He's been pretty underrated. He had those concussions. He's missed a lot of time in the past. But this year, he's actually been really great and a great draft value. Likely or Brenton Strange, no PPR. We did that one. Neal or Singletary. I would go with Neal, just a little bit safer. Singletary is sharing with Tracy Jr., so I would go Neal. Subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, man. Slayton or Shakir. I would go with Shakir. Slayton's got a great matchup, but I do like Shakir. I don't love either one, honestly. I mean, we're talking kind of like lower level guys, but I would go Shakir. Better upside, in my opinion. Confident in starting the Seahawks defense. They are my number 1 defense. And Jason Myers, I have Jason Myers in my home league, and I am starting Jason Myers myself. The Seahawks, and one cool tip that, you might not see in other pages, it's because I do this research every year. just to make sure it's accurate. And did you know that defenses and kickers have positive correlation, just like quarterbacks and wide receivers? Like when a quarterback has a good game, that wide receiver has a good game. Kickers and defenses actually correlate well as well, where when kickers have a good game, the defense has a good game. So you have some extra boom potential by playing both the Seahawks defense and Jason Myers, which is pretty cool. Would you bench the Bowers for Fannin Jr. or start both? That is pretty crazy. I really like Fannin Jr. today with Njoku out. He's been pretty awesome with Shedeur Sanders. Bowers is going to have a tough game. I don't think they score a lot with Kenny Pickett at quarterback, but there's also a world where you see Bowers has, 9, 10 targets. Kenny Pickett just is feeding Bowers the ball because he's the one getting open. But I would probably go with Fannin Jr. as the safer play. You can start both, but I think Fannin Jr. may actually be a little safer than Bowers today because it's windy. And the Eagles, that if they stop Bowers, they just win, right? It's that simple. You load the line. You stopping Bowers and Genty, both those things correlate. So I would load the line up and stop Bowers for sure. Neal and Fannin, which would you go if you had to pick? I probably would go Neal over Fannin for safety. I think Fannin has some additional upside. Roll with Breece Hall or start Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones a little bit better. The Jets, they're starting a backup quarterback today. The Jaguars have been really tough against the run, and Aaron Jones is playing the Cowboys. Last week, he didn't have a lot of targets, but the week before that, 4 targets, 6 targets. Today's going to be a day where the Vikings certainly need to pass a lot more than they did last week when they beat the Commanders 31-0. So I would go with Aaron Jones today. Loving the channel. Thank you guys. Appreciate it, guys, which is awesome. I mean, honestly, I am so new to YouTube that the support has been pretty amazing. I'm definitely going to keep it going. So I really appreciate the support, guys. It does mean a lot as something that's like, hey, I'll be honest. I was like, I feel like I got the TikTok stuff down. We're at 230,000 followers. The YouTube, I'm still learning. So the fact I've gotten so much support is pretty awesome. Download the Walter Picks app. Yeah, thank you guys as well. If you guys want the Walter Picks app, you can get it in my profile with code NOBS. I'm on the projections team there. If you guys did not know, I work full-time for Walter Picks. So appreciate you guys checking that out as well. Michael Wilson. Well, let me answer your question first. Shakir or Slayton was for my, I think I would go with Shakir in that one. Michael Wilson, Booty, Neal, Vele, Strange for the flex. I've got Fannin. I would probably go with Neal there. Michael Wilson definitely has amazing upside. He's been wide receiver 1, 2 times in the 3 weeks where Marvin Harrison Jr. has missed, but he has a very, very tough matchup this week that held Rashee Rice to 7.3 points last week. So I would sit Michael Wilson for someone like Neal, who's a lot safer. The kicker and defenses. Yeah, guys, that's one thing that I definitely spend a lot of time on. So appreciate the support there. Let's see here. How well can Jay Jettas and Lamar play? I really do like Lamar this week. I'm not confident about Jay Jettas. So if you have other options, I would probably sit him, honestly. I know it's a great matchup. If you want to play him, definitely do it. He's a guy you drafted in the first round. But over the last few weeks, he's been under 10 fantasy points. I think the last 6 weeks in a row. So if you have a guy like Fannin, that could be a guy you start over him. Bashal Tootin or Brenton Strange? I'd go Brenton Strange. May or Lawrence? May. I do like Lawrence this week, but May's been good all year. Coming out of the bye, I'd probably go May. Singletary, Breece Hall, or Hampton? I would play probably Hampton if it were my team. That's what I would do. I just like his upside. Dak or Dart, full PPR. I would definitely play Dak. He's just a little bit safer. I know he doesn't have as good a matchup, but man, Dart, he's not getting design runs. They're scared he's going to get a concussion. I would probably play Dak. Love the channel. Been following. Definitely my favorite fantasy YouTuber. Appreciate it, man. There are a lot of good ones out there, so I appreciate that. Rolling with Likely over Strange this week. That's what I would do. I really like that move here. Fannin or Pittman at the flex. I play Fannin. I think Fannin's going to be good. The tight ends are going to step up this week. I think we've already seen it with Kyle Pitts, and I think tight ends are going to be the story this week of people that lead you to the next round of playoffs. May or Hurts? I definitely play May over Hurts today. Troy Franklin or Luther Burden? Really tough question, but I will tell you that Pat Bryant for the Broncos is out today, so I think that's where you can go with Troy Franklin back into the starting lineup. Dart or Purdy? I'd probably play Purdy. I mean, he's got a great matchup against the Titans. The team is healthier. They're coming out of the bye week. I know Dart is as well, but he is a little bit risky with the concussion issue. Bill, Neal, Myers in the flex. I probably would go Neal. Kamara is out, really safe option there. Kelsey or Kincaid? I'd probably play Kelsey. Season on the line for the Chiefs. So I appreciate that. If you guys just joined in, I appreciate you hitting that like button and that subscribe. If this continues to go well, we'll probably go live next Sunday as well, and the Sunday after that. We'll see how things are going But if you guys want to hit that subscribe button, I'm here to help you win a league. That's my job. If you're not winning, then people are not going to watch. So that's my number one goal on this channel. So if you want to hit that like button and subscribe, I really appreciate it. We're going to keep answering your questions, at least for the next 10 minutes. And then I may go get some breakfast here. But I am going to answer questions for at least the next 10 minutes. So appreciate you guys stopping by here. Watson or Pearsall? I personally really like Pearsall this week. He's coming back. He's going to be healthier than he's been all year. I think he's got the great matchup. So I do like Pearsall. Watson is facing Pat Surtain as well. If you're looking for a little bit safer, I think Watson may be safer, actually, because he's been so good. But I really do like Pearsall this week as a good option. Troy Franklin, Alec Pierce, Hubbard, Ricky Pearsall, Kamani Vidal, pick 3. All right, I'm going to go with Hubbard. Love Hubbard. I think that I would probably go Vidal and Pierce. If you want to play Pearsall, you could play him over Vidal or Pierce, but that's the 3 I would go with. Waddle to Olave or Rice. Definitely Rice for sure. He's definitely got a better matchup than he had last week. And then I'd probably go with Tet. Waddle has the toughest matchup of the week. That's one of the research things that I do that nobody else really does on TikTok, on YouTube. Waddle's facing Joey Porter Jr. of the Steelers, and he's allowing the least amount of fantasy points per route run. Now, he does commit some penalties. I'll say that as a Steelers fan, but you don't get fantasy points when he commits a penalty, and it's a lot harder to catch the ball when he commits a penalty. So he's been actually really good in fantasy points allowed per route run. But playing against May and have him in another, would you start Burrow over May? I would start Burrow over May. You know, the Bengals, they're going to be putting up points. You know that for a fact. So I really like that play this week. Mason or Jefferson at the flex? I'd probably go Jefferson. I think Aaron Jones is going to be really good this week. With Rodriguez out, do I still go Neal over Bill? I probably would. It's up to you. But I probably would still go Neal over Bill. Schultz, Theo, Johnson, Juwan Johnson, or Gadsden. I like all of them, honestly, except Gadsden. Schultz, Theo Johnson, Juwan Johnson, or Gadsden. I like Schultz for your safe points and probably Theo Johnson for upside. Do you ever take players' incentives into account when doing projections? I do sometimes. I think that's something to consider more like week 18, week 17. That's where like the incentives really happen. Like we're talking week 15. So somebody's already close to their incentives. There's no reason to force it to them today, right? You know what I mean? Like if it's like, hey, this tight end needs one more touchdown and he gets some incentive. He's on pace. He's already been like on pace the whole year. So there's no reason to force him the ball a little bit extra today, you know? So that week 17, week 18 is where you really want to look at the incentives a little bit more than week 15, in my opinion. I think the incentives can be more of a trap this early in the season. Seahawks or the Eagles? I would play the Seahawks. I mean, you got Phillip Rivers. He does not look in shape, guys. He does not look in shape at all. He's coming off the couch, and he did not look good 5 years ago. You know, he does have a film advantage. I will call that out. Like, he hasn't played in 5 years. The film, yeah, but I'm not excited about this at all. I think it's going to be a disaster. So I'm definitely going to Seahawks. I'm doing it. You're killing it, man. Hit the like. It's free. Yeah, Steve, appreciate you guys hitting the like. If you just joined in, hit the subscribe as well. I'd love to gain 10 subscribers from this live would be pretty awesome. We're going to be live for the next 7 minutes answering questions. And if you guys, this channel is here to help you win a league. And I'm telling you guys that I just hired an editor last week. Pretty much every dollar we get from this channel, we got $70 last week. That's how much I paid the editor. We're going to keep updating the edits and investing into this channel with every dollar for at least quite a while here. So if you guys support the page, it's just going to make the content even better. It's not even going to go into my pocket. It's going right to the editor to make my videos better. So really appreciate the support. Judkins or Swift? I play Judkins. Is Bill startable this week over Pittman? I think so, with a Rodriguez out. Woody Marks with no Nick Chubb or Judkins? I would definitely go Woody Marks, guys. If you have Woody Marks, he is a amazing start this week. Pollard, Pacheco, or Singletary? I think I'd go Singletary. Pollard could be an interesting option as well. He'd be the other person I'm debating. Definitely not Pacheco. Pollard or Singletary? I like Singletary with his touchdown upside. Good matchup. Pick 2 wide receivers, please. Pickens, Addison, Ladd, Odunze. Definitely Pickens for sure. And then Ladd, Odunze, Addison. I'm not playing Addison. Just not interested. Odunze has not been good. Ladd's not been good. They're kind of all on my sit list. That's SIT, just to be clear there. I would go with Odunze, I think, today. Is there a way to make donations to your channel like Twitch? Let's see here. Yes, there is. If you would like to, you can. I can start a goal of super chats. So if you guys want to do a super chat, you can. You do not have to. I've been answering questions for 25 minutes for free. So if you do want to super chat, you can, but you do not have to. New to YouTube, but I follow all your other socials. Do you live stream after the main slate of games to recap? I probably will not. I just like recharge because Monday's a huge day for me making fantasy football content. But I wanted to try out the live today. So if you guys like the lives, we'll try it again next week. I think about you like the energy. I appreciate it, man. Pick 2, Kyren Williams, Neal, Henderson, or Myers. Definitely Kyren. I think he's going to be great today. And then I like Myers. I like Neal as well. I think that your safest play is going to be Kyren and Neal. I think your upside play would be Kyren and probably Henderson. I like Myers a lot as well. He's kind of in the middle, where if you're like, I don't need floor, I don't need upside, I'd probably go Kyren and Myers. Great question, by the way. Please start one flex spot PPR. Debo, Aaron Jones, Pittman, Gainwell, Pollard. Appreciate you. I appreciate you as well, Cled. I would go with probably I'm liking Aaron Jones for safety. I like Debo as well, but he's dealing with an injury. So I probably go with Aaron Jones. I like Gainwell as well for upside. Aaron Jones, though, brings some safety and some upside together. Should I start Kittle or Likely? I would definitely go Kittle today. Coming off the bye, he should be refreshed a little bit. Would you play Neal over Henderson or Chase Brown? Maybe over Henderson for safety. Ramondre's back and healthier than he's been most of the year. So I think that is a risk for Henderson, but he also is a rookie coming off a bye. That's where rookies tend to take over. So I like Henderson for upside, but he is riskier. So I like Neal based on your matchup better. If you're projected to win, Neal probably the better play. If you're projected to lose, I'd probably go Henderson. What 3 wide receivers should I start? JSN, Chris Olave, Juwan Jennings, or Micah Wilson, Zay Flowers? I would definitely play Olave with Juwan Jennings, and between Michael Wilson and Zay Flowers, both have tough matchups this week. I'd probably go Michael Wilson, just roll the dice on that tough matchup, but Zay Flowers probably a little safer, but I'd probably play Michael Wilson. Would you play Pearsall or Slayton? Definitely Pearsall. I like him this week. Coming out of the bye, he should be feeling good. Tyler Warren or Likely? I would go Likely. Probably. I think he's a little bit safer. If you're chasing like massive upside, Likely still could be the guy. He's got the best matchup of the week. But Warren is also good. You know, he could see 10 targets today. I mean, it's just a really tough thing to predict with Phillip Rivers coming in at quarterback. I really like Likely today, honestly. I already placed a play on him on Underdog. You guys can use code NOBS there as well. Get a little bonus cash if you're new there. But I like Likely today. Armani Hampton or Tyrone Tracy? I would go Hampton if it were my team. I'm not even that worried about Hampton. Would you sit CMC? How low in the rankings would you go? No, CMC is like a must start. Yeah, no questions asked there. Let's see here. All right. Oh, let's see. Okay, if you guys got more questions, let me know. We got a couple minutes left in the live. Appreciate the likes, guys, the subscribes, the support. Appreciate that, guys. Let's see here. Hopefully we didn't get an ad. I turned them to manual, so you shouldn't get them. At least I think. Is Bill or Jeremy McNichols? Yeah, Bill is probably playable. Judkins or Jacobs? I probably would go Jacobs. It's tough. It is tough, but I'd probably go Jacobs. McPherson or Pinero? I like Pinero as long as he's fully healthy. Seattle or Eagles? I'd go Seattle against the Colts. Tyler Warren or Parkinson? I'd probably go Warren. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm going to do one quick thing here. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know how to do this. Let me see if I can do this. Edit. All right. I'm going to put the customization. I'm going to put the subscribers only on for the last 5 minutes. We'll do 5 more minutes. We're going subscribers only. So if you guys would like subscribers only, that is going to be the last 5 minutes. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. If you have subscribed, this one is for you. So if you guys have subscribed, I'm giving 5 more minutes to answer your questions specifically. So hit that subscribe button if you want that weekly check-in. We got 5 more minutes here of the live. I'd love to answer your questions. We'll see if we get any more. If not, no, that's cool. We can end the live coming up as well. but would love to answer a couple more questions for those of you who are really supporting the channel and subscribed. But yeah, the players I really like today, Isaiah Likely. I think Derrick Henry is going to be great. I like Joe Burrow a lot today. We got Sutton, Reed, or Rice. I would go with Rice personally, and then probably Sutton, then Reed. Reed's got a tough matchup against Jaquan McMillan of the Denver Broncos. Fannin or Hampton. I would go with Fannin today. I think he's a great play. Please help full PPR. Jameson Williams, Juwan Jennings, Jalen Warren, Amari, and Hampton. I probably would sit. Man, that's tough. I really like all of them. So let me start with that. I probably won't sit Jameson Williams. I probably won't sit Jalen Warren for safety. I think it's between with Jalen Warren and Hampton probably. I probably would play Hampton, but if you're looking for safety, I think Warren's a better play. Sutton or Devonta Smith. I probably would play Sutton. Devonta Smith hasn't been great lately. And guys, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. We're going to close it out for the 5 minutes here with subscribers only, and then I'm going to head down and eat some breakfast. It is getting kind of late, but that's okay. Tracy, Ramondre, or Bill. I would go with probably Bill. I mean, he should see some really great volume. Should I go with Rice, Wilson, and flex Wilson, Judkins, Javonte Williams? I'd go Rice for sure, and then definitely flex Javonte Williams. Devin Neal or Montgomery, I would certainly play Devin Neal. He's going to be leading that backfield, so really excited about Devin Neal this week. And again, guys, appreciate the subscribes. We are going to be posting 2 videos a week for the rest of the fantasy football playoffs, as well as going live next Sunday. And then I'm going to be one of the only people posting. I'm going to try to post at least 1 video every week all season long. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. Let's keep answering your questions. Hampton, Kyron, or Woody. You got to play Woody today. He's got an amazingly high under on his rushing receiving yards, 92.5. Appreciate that, Rake. We got some coffee in the chat. I appreciate that. The $5, man. I appreciate you, dude. Hurt, Ferg, or Strange. Who is hurt? Maybe you meant start Ferg or Strange. I think Ferguson a better play there. Unless I'm trying to think, is it Hunt? Is it who else could that be? I think Hunter Henry, maybe. I still go with Ferguson there. I appreciate the gift there, Rake. Tyler Warren, Colby Parkinson had you thinking? Yeah, because Tyler Warren, he's got Phillip Rivers at quarterback, and Colby Parkinson has been really great lately. He's been scoring a lot of touchdowns. Their Grams have been lighting it up. So I really do like Colby Parkinson, and I am concerned about Warren for sure. I actually benched Warren in my home league to start Kyle Pitts this week, and obviously that paid off huge. So I'm already definitely lower on Warren than I have been with Phillip Rivers at quarterback. His over-under is 155 yards, so it's pretty dang low. I got to have Burrow outplay May this week. Yeah, Burrow, I think, is the play. Burrow is one of my favorite quarterbacks of the week. If you guys have the Walter Picks app, he's actually quarterback 2. I love that. I think Burrow is going to be awesome this week. I hurt questionable Ferg. Okay. I still would play Ferguson. Definitely check in right before kickoff. But I think Ferguson's good. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, we are closing in on the end of the live here, guys. So if you are subscribed, feel free to drop a question. We're going to try to do this at the end of all our lives, do 5 minutes of subscribers only. Of course, I love that for the page. We get some additional subscribers, extra motivation to do so, but also supports those of you guys who are supporting the channel. Make sure your questions get answered first. So we got just a couple minutes left. If you guys want to subscribe here, appreciate it. I've been using your content since you started. Awesome, man. Appreciate it, man. We're going to keep going with YouTube. Next year is going to be insane because this year we did not post draft content on YouTube. Kind of my fault, missed out. And I got some new software. I actually hired an editor. Every dollar we get is going to go to paying an editor to make the videos better. I already started paying $70 a week for the editor for the 2 videos. We made about $70 this week. So that's awesome. And then as we continue to make more, at least until we start to double that, we're going to keep paying the editor to make the videos better. So 100% of your contribution into the channel, at least for the foreseeable future, will go directly into making the videos more entertaining, better edits, more B-roll. It's going to be an awesome investment. So really appreciate the support, guys. Which one to sit, Judkins, Henderson, or Hampton? I probably would sit Hampton of that group. Judkins is super safe. Start Christian Watson, Myers, or Devin Neal. I would sit Watson. He's going to be facing Pat Surtain this week. When he's not facing Surtain, he's facing Jaquan McMillan, who's even better according to fantasy points allowed per route run. So I would sit Watson. I still think he can have some upside, but scary. Kincaid or Likely, love both. I probably would go Likely. I just love his matchup. Second best of the entire week. Thank you for the research. Thank you, Barber, for stopping by. Thank you guys for the subscribes, guys. It's a huge support. Absolutely love it, guys. You guys are pumping me up with so much positivity today. Really appreciate it. Just awesome to see. Let's answer just a couple more questions, and we're going to end the live here. We got Ferg or Kincaid. I probably would go Kincaid. Honestly, he's been a little bit better lately. Ferg or Bill. I'd probably go Bill with Chris Rodriguez out. As long as he's out, I think you got to go Bill. I think his upside is big. Ferguson hasn't been that great since the start of the season either. Now that CeeDee Lamb is back, so I think Ferguson. I think he's a great play, but between Bill, I think the upside's great. Troy Franklin or Bill. I'd probably play Bill as well. I like the upside again if Chris Rodriguez is out. All right, guys, I'm going to close it out here. Appreciate all the support. It's been absolutely insane. What you can expect coming next every single week 16 and 17. So the 2 weeks left is a waiver video and a start sit video that we're going to do. Again, we're going to be paying an editor. If you guys didn't check out last week, making the videos a little bit better. It's way better than my no edit. So it's been awesome. We're going to keep investing in that. And then every week throughout the offseason, like in the NFL playoffs, we're going to keep posting. We're going to keep engaged. We're going to keep this channel active all year long to keep on the pulse of fantasy football and the NFL. So really appreciate your support. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you get those every time. And I appreciate it, guys. Love the shorts. Thank you, guys. Troy Franklin or Bill. Yeah, that's Bill. Bill or Ferg. We said Bill there as well. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you probably tomorrow on Monday with a waiver video or on Tuesday with a waiver video. And great luck this week, guys. I really hope you get a win. It's going to be awesome. Oh, we got two more questions. Rodriguez officially out. Okay, that's great. Scary Terry or Judkins? I would go Judkins. Yeah, that's the last one, Rake. I appreciate the $5, and I'll see you guys in the next one.